everyone, welcome back to my channel, Addie P's Real Estate Tea, where we're going to discuss briefly a couple changes going on with FHA and also a possible change to the Fair Housing Act. If you like what you hear in this video, don't forget, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Also hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos on this channel. If you're watching this video from Instagram, show your girl some love with a heart. And also don't forget to comment. I want to hear what everyone's thoughts are on this real estate tea. All right, let's get started. The first thing that I do want to discuss on our real estate topics today is the announcement that HUD made in last week. And that announcement was that they are proposing a change to their current disparate impact rule, which is a part of the Fair Housing Act. And what that is, what the proposed change is that it may possibly shift the burden of proof from the defendant over to the actual plaintiff, the person who's bringing the complaint forth. That could be either shifting the burden of proof from a lender or a landlord over to the person, again, that's bringing this complaint of discrimination or fair housing complaint forth. And this was noted by the HUD General Counsel, Paul Compton. He stated that he sees that this could be problematic in the sense of shifting this blame now, or this not blame, but shifting the burden of proof. Now, currently, there are 3 steps to this process of filing a fair housing complaint and so forth, or lending discrimination and vice versa. Now they're talking about adding 5 steps. So I would imagine with a couple more steps that this would make it a little bit more discouraging, say, for someone to, want to have to prove that there's discrimination or vice versa. Now, HUD Secretary Ben Carson is stating that the change would actually increase affordable housing, and also goes on to state that the proposed rule is intended to increase legal clarity, promote production and availability of housing in all areas, while making sure that everyone is treated fairly under the eyes of the law. Okay, now I really personally, again, my thoughts are that adding extra steps and kind of shifting that burden of proof is actually a little bit more problematic than anything. I'm kind of confused as to how this is going to open up more fair housing or more housing opportunities for folks that maybe don't have access to certain housing opportunities, but I'll be interested to see in following through with this. Now, there are some other, folks on the other side of this, which one group is the National Low Income Housing Coalition, and they argue that this rule change would dismantle an important enforcement tool on combating housing discrimination. And that I can definitely see. If you're, again, adding more steps and shifting this burden over to someone else, then of course, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to prove that there may be some kind of discrimination or, fair housing violation in play here. But I'd be interested to hear what you all think and maybe show me a different perspective here of what's going on. Don't forget, comment below on your thoughts on this. Next, we are going to discuss beginning September 1st, FHA will limit the loan amounts on cash out refinances. Currently, it's at 85%, but they are lowering it to 80%. The new loan amount limit is it's in line with what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have been doing, and they already have in place. Now, they cited the reason for this reduction as a way to reduce any kind of heightened risk. FHA official state. And they also added that in this article, which I have linked the description to the article in the description box, auction.com reported that out of FHA loans specifically, that there has been an added risk or increase. In fact, in January, they stated that it hit an all-time 2-year high with FHA-backed loans, that foreclosure proceedings had started and so forth. And they also went on auction.com to report that that among this, 3% in the first half of the year was an increase from the first half of the year in 2018. Now, they did also state that overall, that foreclosure auctions were down by 14%. However, they did note this slight uptick in foreclosure activity and foreclosure proceedings, beginning with FHA loans in particular. So this is definitely something that FHA is being proactive about, and stating that, hey, we don't want this added risk. And mortgage industry veteran Rick Scarga, he kind of weighed in on this, stating that he felt it was a positive step in the right direction for borrowers, so that way they weren't overextending themselves with borrowing too much money. Well, let me know what you think on this. Do you think this is a step in the right direction, or do you think that borrowers have it under control and that they should keep the 85% in place as they already have? Let me know your thoughts on that. And lastly, FHA, they have enacted some new rules for condos, their condo lending rules. And a part of those are that they are going to extend FHA certifications on condo developments from 2 to 3 years, which it reduces the compliance burden on condo boards. So that's a good thing. It will also allow single unit mortgage approvals, which will enable FHA insurance of individual condo units, even if the property does not have FHA approval. Also a good thing. And it's anticipated to secure additional flexibility in the ratio of investors to owner occupants allowed in condo buildings. Now, NAR President John Smaby, he stated that condos are most often a more affordable housing option for first-time home buyers, smaller families, and also folks in urban areas. He does state that he's pleased with HUD Secretary Carson, who took the steps necessary to help put this whole rule change in play. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think that this is a good thing? From what I see, I definitely think it is, especially as we have discussed on this channel and videos of mine previously, that we do have some inventory shortage and so forth. However, with folks who have FHA, if they see a condo or this is something more in lines of what they may want, this may be a viable option for them that's open, instead of waiting around for another housing type. So let me know what you think about this. All right, well, we are all out of time today. Again, please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see everyone next Wednesday for some more real estate tea. Until then, have a blessed day.